Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Newton. We're here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor. Maybe for real this time.
Well, hello. Am I here? Are we on? We're 10 minutes late. My apologies to the millions of viewers whose time I have wasted this evening.
All of those waiters, people waiting, just clicking the refresh button like the Apple Store on release day.
You know they are.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, hopefully we're on the right channel and hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to put more energy into my voice so that you can hear me tonight.
And do your best William Shatner the entire episode, we can only hope.
That would be very laborious for all parties involved.
All parties. I am going into the thing and I'm going to delete our other one.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk. Happy Halloween, everybody. If you're watching live, Halloween is this Thursday?
Thursday.
And Nate, have you purchased any candy for your door to hand
out?
out?
No. Well, I haven't. I'm sure Chelsea has. Yeah. But I've got a pro tip.
Oh, already?
Now, this won't apply to you as much because of the fact that your children are older, but hopefully someday you'll have grandchildren. There's something that we experienced for the first time this year. It's been around for years, at least COVID. I think that's when it kind of took off. But the trunk or treat phenomenon?
Yes. I recall doing this with my children when they were...
Okay, so it has been around. My child is younger, but we went on Saturday. We hit 3 different spots, 2 churches, and actually 3 churches that were within a mile of each other. And all the cars just line up. They open up their trunks. They decorate. They've got different themes, and they hand you candy. They've got games. You can hit 20 trunks in like 10 minutes if you really wanted to. It is so efficient, and I love efficiency. So
I'm checking to see if my communicator can pick you up down under the ocean. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mr. Heath?
Yes, I do hear you. There you go. You got your thing. I'm still looking. I'm just going to delete the
I have a phaser around here somewhere too, but I think it's up in a box.
Gotcha.
So, Nate,
yeah.
Tell me about where you're located today.
I am under the sea. So this year, if you know Isla, my daughter at all, you know she has a super affection for axolotls, which you might not even know what an axolotl is. It's an salamander-like creature, but the gills stay on the thing. Mm-hmm. Anyways, look it up on your own time. But she wanted to be an axolotl for Halloween, so her and Chelsea went online and picked out outfits for us. So I am a shark, and Chelsea is I'm blanking on it. She is a narwhal. That's what it is.
Oh, so she have a big horn coming out of her head?
The big horn coming out of the head. So that's our Halloween costumes for the year. Now, I looked for a catfish costume because on PDX Fast Foodie, I've fast become a catfish, according to the commenters.
And that's also what you do in your free time to unsuspecting victims.
Yes, that's exactly. Busted.
Oops.
But yeah, so that's what we're doing for Halloween. So I decided to put on the shark costume tonight. So no hat. But I did have another public service announcement, as it is the end of October. 1 week from today, we will be live on Election Day. And I want to remind people, you have the privilege of voting for the future of your government next Tuesday. So
vote early, vote often.
It is vote by mail only, or you can do the drop-off boxes, which a couple of them were firebombed in Portland and Vancouver the other night, which is
like, who would want
an interesting twist. Yes. Oh, and producer Todd has entered the chat. We can see and hear you. Fun fact, the narwhal horn is actually a tooth that actually grows out of the mouth. Wow.
What?
And he says, I guess that wasn't that fun.
That's not right. I don't believe you.
I always believe producer Todd, but yes, again, make sure you vote.
Yes. Do.
And I will remind people we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet. So now I will make this partisan episode and go down my ballot and tell you who I'm voting for.
Right. Always always just vote for the top person on the list, on the line. That's
Yes.
just, you just make it easy.
Yeah, and I will say a little teaser for
Oh.
next week. Since it will be election day that we will be going live, I have a very special trucker hat that I've been saving for just such an occasion.
Dark
No, it's
MAGA.
not MAGA.
Dark MAGA. You and Elon.
It is one that I bought years ago, and I don't think I've worn it because I was waiting for a special occasion, and election day
Hey,
will be that. So.
Nate, I will say, your catfish fingers, they're more erect today. Maybe I'm not using
Yes.
the correct word.
More directional. Yes,
Yeah.
I had a good mustache day today. I've had a good streak. I think it's the cooler weather.
Yeah.
Maybe the humidity. You would think that would drop it down. I also didn't go outside much today. So, yeah, good mustache day today.
You're an indoor pet.
Okay, well, that was a good episode. We covered a lot of things. We covered Halloween, trunk or treating, and voting. So we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, I guess so.
No other news. Oh, wait. Yes,
There was a
there
couple things.
was. Apple is on a roll this week and had some different announcements, and then something that finally came out, which is Apple Intelligence. So Dave and I have been running various betas for months and months and months and been playing around with some of this stuff. But on Monday, iOS 18.1, is it iPad OS 18.1 and Mac OS Sequoia 16.1? All the new versions came
15.1
out.
for Sequoia.
Oh, 15.1.
I know because I
Yes.
just installed it 15 minutes ago.
Yes. One of the reasons we were late is Dave troubleshooting by installing updates to his operating system. Always a good idea right before.
Well, I mean, the program wasn't working, and I'm a little embarrassed because I was late getting started that my small window doesn't have the green, or doesn't have the picture behind it. But
yes, we will survive. But yes, so the Apple Intelligence has been released to the masses. Now, this is a very limited experience. It has some of the text correction, kind of a Grammarly previous pick of the week,
right,
where it'll give you better grammar suggestions. It'll rewrite. They have the summary notifications. So for like text messages, it will try to use Apple Intelligence to summarize that.
right.
I do not like it at all. I need to go in and turn it off because it'll be something completely. The conversations I have via text message are not things that AI can process, and it's just like that didn't give me good information there.
Well, I waited for all the official releases to come out before putting them back on my devices, and I went all in on the AI stuff. Anytime it said, "Hey, do you want to turn this on?" I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah.
yep." So I'm going to try it and see what happens.
Now, when you went to turn it on, were there any areas where you had to go onto a wait list?
No, not that
I've
I'm
heard
aware
some
of.
things, and I do know I'm on the iOS 18.2 beta, which we'll mention later. But for the Genmoji stuff, I'm on a waiting list for that. Oh, hey, Grandma.
Oh,
In the chat, Train Guy turned 9 big years old on Saturday. He says hello.
hello,
Hello,
train guy.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And producer
Excelente.
Todd. Do we know what Apple uses to train their AI? Their own devices? Do they steal YouTube videos like other models? As far as I know, they used, much like every other AI company, they scraped as much of the web as possible before the web realized and started turning all that off. Is that your understanding, Dave?
Yep. They stole everything like everyone else does. And then they said, "Oh, hey, if you want to put some stuff on your website that says, don't download our stuff for your training, you can do that starting today." After it
Yes.
was already trained already. So kind of a mixed message
Yeah.
on that.
Yes. But yeah, they aren't stealing data off your devices. Now, I'll kind of caveat that with the fact that most of the Apple Intelligence processing is done on device. So it's only on very newer devices that you can do a lot of this stuff. So it will use your data, but your data never leaves the phone unless you give it permission to use the Chat GPT or other AI features.
Yeah.
So Apple, in a very Apple way, is having it do a lot of the work locally. It'll be scanning your photos, your emails, that stuff, but that stuff does not leave the phone.
Right.
So that is where that is at. But so the other features, the notification summarization, in the Photos app, there's better search in Photos. You should have better Siri, but the other thing in Photos on 18.1 is the remove people feature. I believe that's out for everybody now, or remove things from a photo very easily, which I've played with and do enjoy. And then Dave's got the article up there for iOS 18.2, which they have confirmed there was word that it wasn't going to come till next year, but that it will be coming in December. So the beta that I'm on now will be going out to the public in December with even more Apple Intelligence features on it.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
everybody
So
close their eyes for a minute because the bridge is going to
Dave's
be
doing magic. So
floating.
I hope, I would love to hope that our viewers and listeners, our followers, have updated to iOS 18 by this point. And I would say it's safe to update to 18.1. The Apple Intelligence features aren't going to revolutionize your life, but they are fun to check out. So
Yeah.
the newest version of the software this week, go ahead and update and report back to us on what you're thinking of Apple Intelligence so far. So
What do you think of my my background?
the green screen in front of the
Yeah, it didn't really
Star Deck.
it didn't really work. That's okay though. That's
Yeah,
we we learn
yeah,
and then we live and then we get loves. That is
yes.
the way things go.
Yes. So also from Apple this week, they teased last week that we would be getting new hardware. This week, they kind of put out an official tease saying they would have several days of Mac announcements, which we had been telling you guys for the last couple episodes. But uh, today is Tuesday, so they had an announcement yesterday morning and one this morning. Yesterday morning, they announced the updated iMacs
Look at
with the
this.
new M4 processor in there. Ooh, look at you, dual screen.
Dual screen.
Dual screen Dave, they call you.
Yeah, it's my college
So they
nickname.
did the iMacs yesterday and the M4 Mini today, which the M4 Mini is, I think, the first design change in like at least 10 years on the Mac
Yeah,
Mini.
it's been a
Uh,
decade. And
yeah,
it's really small compared to its brethren, but it's a little bit fatter. So
yes,
they've just reconfigured the shape, but overall it seems like a really big update. So here on the left we have the new iMac, which come with more saturated colors and a
yes.
faster processor. Everything else, to my knowledge, completely unchanged. The screen's the same, the FaceTime camera is the same, the microphones
I
are the
think
same.
they updated I think I saw that they updated it's the same megapixels, but it's I thought, um, the wider screen with the control follow, whatever. I'm furiously going to look on that, but to keep discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it, pretty much. So
Yes. It might not look better, but they did say there is it's got what is that center stage where it'll follow you, which I would have thought it had before, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah, that's, so let's look on the always helpful Apple compare pages. And I'm scrolling down between the iMac M4 and the iMac M3 and the camera. So yes, on the M3, which was the last model, so the
Yeah.
next best was the 1080p FaceTime HD camera, advanced image signal processor with computational video. The iMac M4 has 12 megapixel center stage camera with support for desk view, 1080p HD video recording, advanced image signal processor with computational video. So you can do the desk view thing where it'll point down at whatever's on your desk, much like on the MacBooks.
Right. Oh, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. That's right. The little, um, it's the same camera, but it shoots down
yeah,
below. It's kind of
yes,
weird. It's like a fisheye lens thing.
yes. And so the iMacs now, along with the iMac, we lost some more Lightning devices.
Hmm.
The Apple keyboards, mice, and trackpads now have been updated to USB-C. So, like my keyboard here has the Lightning on it. It's about the only Lightning thing that I still use. My wife and daughter have Lightning devices, but
Yeah.
the USB-C. So they updated that. On the mouse, the charging's still on the bottom, which everybody loves to hound on, but it's actually the way they want it and the way they decide to keep it and the way it works best for their industrial design. I forget, Dave, what are your feelings on the charging on the bottom of the mouse?
Well, it typically doesn't affect anything because it'll charge really quickly. But my biggest concern was that it was still charging with Lightning before
Yes.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
USB-C, I don't mind it too much. I mean, they could move it to the tip or one of the ends, but I mean, it functionally it doesn't really matter. If your mouse is dying, it alerts you like at 20% and at 10% and at 5%. And if you can't just plug it in for an hour or overnight when you're done at the end of the day, I mean, that's kind of on you. It is inconvenient. It's not the best placement if you want to charge and use at the same time, but
Well, and that's exactly what Apple does not want, is to have you charging and using it at the same time, because then people would just leave it plugged in all the time.
yeah.
John Gruber actually had an interesting article on this, and this obviously is not an Apple mouse, but it slopes all the way down to the table and goes flat. So to put the port on there, it just wouldn't be a thing. But I think one of their biggest reasons is they do not want you charging it while you're using it. And yeah, you can take a 15-minute coffee break, let it charge, come back, and it'll be good for the rest of the day.
Well, I
So
think it'll charge, I don't know, you can charge it to usable status
yeah,
in
yeah,
like 2 minutes or something like that.
yeah. So that's actually my keyboard today. It said that it was dead. I plugged it in for about 3 minutes before a meeting. So this perfect example. And then unplugged it and I was good to go for my meeting, and I'm still using it hours later. So yeah, there's a lot. And John Gruber, maybe I'll link to it in the show notes. He was talking about the fact how he believes it's a very small number of people that they always have to say something about it. It's their little stab, and it always comes up on the worst
Mm-hmm.
industrial design of all time. And it's like, no, they intentionally did that. Now, is it a perfect design? I'm not
No.
going to say that, but it's what Apple wants.
Well, and the
So,
mouse itself is not very ergonomically comfortable for a lot of people.
yeah.
So the good thing is, it's a peripheral, so you can go buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like for example, you can go buy one of Apple's trackpad. Oh no, maybe it's a bad example. But any other third party
Yeah. Yeah.
device should
My
work.
little TechNet,
Yeah.
which I actually have 2 of them
Well, I
on my
wonder where
desk.
my mouse is. I guess I use it so little it just has run away.
Yes, it happens. So yeah, those were the Apple announcements this week. Tomorrow morning, everyone is expecting to see new M4 MacBook Pros,
Wow.
and see what is up with those. Now, the Mac Mini, I think it's the ones with the Pro chip in them. They have Thunderbolt 5, which is the latest and greatest Thunderbolt. I'm still
Yeah,
catching up to Thunderbolt
I
4.
know. When did 5 come
Um,
out? I'm
I,
complete.
I,
Sheesh, I can't
I
keep
know.
up.
I can't either, but yeah, that Mac Mini, especially with the Pro chip and some of the configurations, I mean, that is going to be a workhorse of a computer. They put out some videos on YouTube of, and of course they're touting it's 20 times faster than the last Intel Mac Mini, and it's like,
so,
yes, I should
so's
hope
my
so.
watch. You know.
Yeah, but these M4 chips, I believe, could be making things up, are the first chips with the 3 nanometer processor from Apple. It's a big jump even from the M3,
Mm.
which I'm guessing most people don't have. You might have an M1 like I do, or still holding on to an Intel Mac, like I believe Dave's using, or Todd is using.
Yeah.
Dave, yours is a M2,
Mine's an M3 actually. I
M3.
held out till
Okay.
the 3 came out and
Yes,
then bought
that's
that.
right. Now you'll want the M4.
Well, when we were having computer problems, I busted out this guy.
Yeah.
It's an old Mac that you gave me. That's an Intel Mac, and let's just say it took a long time to boot up and load, and
Yes.
I was taken back to the glory days of, oh, this is what it used to be like on the Intel
Yes.
chipset.
Well, yes, I will let people know if you're still running an Intel chip Mac, and you count on your Mac to get things done. Upgrading to any of the M series chips will be a great upgrade. It gives you some extra functionality with Apple stuff, and if you can swing it, the new M4 chips, man, that'll be a blazing fast computer for you.
Yeah, I'm looking over here to see if there's any updates for my Intel computer. Um, doesn't look like it. Looks like it's a dead end.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I could try to install the Sonoma public beta, but it won't run.
You can break things. Yes.
It won't run.
Pro tip, don't do what Dave does.
No. Nope.
It's always a good tip, unless
Yeah.
it's Dave's pro tip of the week. Do those ones.
Let's do that.
'Cause
Listen to
it's
me.
not what Dave does. He does wild things on his own time, but this is good.
Do what I say, not what I do. Um, I'm gonna make sure I'm in the right show notes because did I put it? There it is.
Yeah,
All
and I'm
right.
gonna just say that producer Todd says mine is still an Intel Core 7 i7 chip. Yes,
That's not
that
too bad, but it's better than an
it's
i5.
still, yeah, it's better than an i5. And Todd and I, or us, have been talking about the new MacBook Airs when they'll come out, which should be after probably Q1 of 2025, so not too far off, because he is eyeing a new MacBook Air. So
Yes. Well, for my tip, and I
yes.
just realized I don't want to show I don't want to show my phone screen because I have some things on there I don't want everyone to see. So
Oh,
how do I do this here? I'm just gonna delete them off of my. I mean, they're just they're widgets that have like my
oh,
calendar and stuff like that.
yes.
But let's see if it works. It's not gonna work because everything got messed up. So I might just have to show you anyway the ghetto way. So let's do it the ghetto way. Um, on your phone, this week's tip is titled Select Camera Type by long holding camera icon in Control Center. Now that sounds like a bunch of
Woo.
hubbub, but here's what I'm talking about. You're going to select your camera and it goes into the photo and you're like, I wanted the selfie or I wanted the video, so you got to switch it. Well, my friends, if you have the camera icon in Control Center,
Mm,
which a lot of people put in there, and
yeah.
I guess if you don't, you can go to Control Center, you can hit the plus in the upper corner, and then you can add a control, and then you can choose from the myriad of options of control options. Well, I have selected camera as one of my control center options. But look, when I tap it, it's just going to launch the camera, right? So there's,
Yeah.
whoa, man,
Woohoo!
that's
Inception.
something else. Uh, so let me go back. If I go in here though, and I press and hold the icon, here we go. I told you this was ghetto. If I press and hold it, look at that. I can
Oh,
choose selfie, video, portrait, portrait selfie, and then boom, it does
boom.
portrait selfie. So if you're looking for a quick way to launch your camera and launch into another camera selection option, tap and hold the camera icon in Control Center. So there you go.
Very cool. I like it. I like it. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And that must mean it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headline. My shark costume and my ear monitor are not cooperating today.
You need to cut a hole in the back and feed it
Yeah.
through, or go up your leg.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You know, just leave it to me. I'm an innovator.
Yes.
So here we are. We have a beautiful fall evening. It's not raining. Oh, hey, Grandma says, Dave, you're the bomb. Great tip. Well, you're welcome, hey, Grandma.
Yes.
Just wait until you learn that you can just launch the camera by swiping to the left on your home screen. Boom. Mind blown. Anyway, back to our segment, Just the Headlines. But look, what a beautiful evening it is out there, Nate.
Yes. Yeah, 50 degrees. The leaves are falling. We had some heavy rains this week, which took the leaves down very quickly. But yes, as we are a couple days away from Halloween,
Yeah.
fall is definitely in full swing. And I was going to look, and in true Portland Pacific Northwest fashion, Thursday's weather forecast, 87% rain
Ooh.
throughout the day with light winds with gusts up to 26 miles per hour.
Wow.
Perfect for trick-or-treating.
Hide your children, hide your wives.
Yes, indeed.
Storms are coming.
The storm is a-coming, but also is just the headline.
Britain to axe up to 1.5 million with an M lampposts.
Researchers say an AI-powered transcription tool used in hospitals invents things no one ever said.
Like my children when they were younger. NASA reveals prototype telescope for gravitational wave observatory.
San Francisco's Muni's rail system will spend $212 million with an M to upgrade from floppy disks.
Kids, don't copy that floppy. Hacker returns $19.3 million to drained U.S. government crypto wallet.
Generous.
Why?
And dtrace for Linux comes to Gentoo. And those are just the headlines. I have no idea what that last one was,
No.
but I got to say Gentoo. So, and Linux. Shout out for all our Linux fans.
I started reading these articles earlier today, as one does when they have a show later that day.
Yes.
And the intelligence, I'm sorry, not that one. Britain to axe up to 1.5 million lampposts. I actually read that, and it's kind of interesting. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
check that
So
one out.
all we have is just the headlines, so you'll
Yeah.
have to go click the link in the show notes.
Yeah.
But we will talk about our takes of the week. And this first one is one you found. McDonald's restaurants finally have a solution to their busted McFlurry machine problem.
So this problem goes back
God.
decades, where
Yes.
McDonald's flurry machines or whatever their ice cream machines
Ice cream.
are just out. They don't
Yeah.
work. It's because there's some proprietary company that manages the maintenance of these things. They're like all. It's kind of like a secret as a voting machine, right? It's like only
Yeah.
only like the president of the world can get in there with a key to unlock it to whatever. But they finally, under the right to repair rule or something,
Yes.
have been able to get in there and fix these things. So, hallelujah.
Yes, yes. It says the United States Copyright Office granted a copyright exemption last week that gives restaurants the right to repair the machines by bypassing the digital locks that prevented them from being fixed. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
and then it goes
crazy.
on to say the advocacy group Public Knowledge and Repairs website, iFixit, to circumvent the digital locks. And there was something in here about they found out that there was like all kinds of replaceable parts in there
Oh, yeah,
that
I'm sure.
they just couldn't get into because Taylor was the company that had the contract and the keys to the kingdom to be able to fix the McFlurry machine.
Ridiculous.
Yes, they have gone away from the traditional cup with the lid with the spoon machine thing, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just using these like almost Chinese to go container things now for the
Oh,
McFlurry.
interesting.
Um,
Is it
as
to cut
being
down on
reported by
plastic or?
I probably
Hmm,
no plastic lids, no lids, period.
yeah.
So they figure you're going to eat it, so just give you some cardboard and go.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Uh, this next one is another one that you sent to me this week. Astropad launches Bookcase for turning an iPhone into an e-reader. Now, we had a little discussion, you and I did, Dave, on this product. It's basically a super big iPhone case where your phone sits in the middle, so then you have handles on the side like a book.
Yes. And it makes, let's see if I can get the video to run here without deafening us. So you might think, oh, this is a cool little thing that shows books. No, it's a dumb thing that you just snap your phone into.
And it's got MagSafe, it looks like. So then the phone just connects and it just gives you side handles.
That's all it is. It gives your phone handles. And what I
Yes.
don't like about it is that MagSafe puck in the middle sticks way out so that your phone sticks out further than the handles.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
so my OCD person thinks that they should be flat or,
Yes.
anyway.
Yes. And it does have, I'm reminded watching the video, there is an NFC chip in the bookcase that when you put your phone in there, it triggers the phone to open the Bookcase app where then you can have access to your books. But I
Yeah.
don't, is there any controls on it for like page turning?
No, you would think that they would put in some physical buttons with a Bluetooth page turning deal, because one of the things that people complain about on their Kindles is now they're all flush, no buttons, it's all touchscreen.
Yeah.
And so you have to touch the screen or swipe, and they're like, I just want a button. And so there's actually a growing market of third party Bluetooth controllers that just have a button on it that goes forward and
Nice.
back for your Kindle. So
Yes.
yeah, it seems like a missed opportunity. The only
Yes.
tech in it really is that NFC chip,
To
so
just
that you can have
open
it
their app.
launch your app, and you can
Yeah.
configure it to launch any app. It
Oh,
doesn't have to
any
be
app.
just theirs. So if you use iBooks or the Kindle app or Libby or any of these other reading apps,
Yes. Well,
Kobo.
and the other thing we talked about is that your phone, maybe if you have a 16 Pro Max or the Max phone, but usually if you're wanting to do an e-reader type device, you want a little bigger screen to read it. So but I do see on their website, it is made out of premium materials
Oh,
made from the classic vegan friendly
narwhal
leather.
horn. Oh,
Vegan friendly, yeah, narwhal tooth. And hey, grandma says that's the silliest thing I've ever seen. The bookcase, yeah, $40 right now. I think it's going to go up to $50, so go buy it now.
ah,
Uh,
I'm a hard pass on this one. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, I mean, not everybody has this, but I could 3D print one over there and put a
yeah,
little MagSafe thing in the middle and do it myself, or I could just hold it like a normal person. I don't know. Or I could use one of the 3 or 4 Kindles that I have laying around here.
yeah. Oh, yes, yes, indeed. So the bookcase, a new product that no one was asking for. The next one, very few people are asking for, but Vimeo, popular video streaming services, brings spatial video sharing to everyone with new Apple Vision Pro app. So that has been one difficult thing is sharing spatial video or being able to view spatial video. So now with Vimeo, they have figured out how to put that in to their Apple Vision Pro app. So you could, post. There are some apps on the Vision Pro that'll let you post it, but every time I go into them, there's just like nothing there. So I could see this with Vimeo being a very pretty popular thing. Now, this also urges me to remind YouTube that you still do not have a Vision Pro app and you took the one Juno, the third party one that was really great, away.
Yeah. Why'd they
So
do that?
maybe will pressure YouTube to they all they would literally have to do, one person for 30 minutes one day, go in and check the box to make the YouTube app, iPad app available on the Vision Pro. That would be a first step.
Yeah.
Why they won't do that, boggles my mind. But Google, you've got a few people working there. You could probably give somebody a week or two to put together, or just buy Juno from
Yeah.
what's his name and use that
Just
because it's
put
a
an
great app.
just have an intern do it. They log into the account, they click the box, they click submit, and then they go home for the day. Whatever
Yes.
interns do at Google.
Oh man, but I had to bring that one up. And this week in Elon, astronauts returned from nearly 8 months on International Space Station after Starliner problems. You'll remember they were going to be stranded up there for much longer because the Boeing Starliner was making weird noises and they weren't confident that it
Oh,
would
there we
get
can see that
humans
the
back
drogue
to
parachute.
Earth.
Yeah, I really thought
Um,
it was going to explode on the way back, but it survived.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
Yes, but the SpaceX capsule carrying the crew parachuted before dawn on Friday into the Gulf of Mexico just off the Florida coast after undocking from the space station earlier this week.
Yeah. So this is SpaceX. The Boeing one returned several weeks ago.
Yes,
and it did
the
not
empty
explode.
one.
But this is the one that the astronauts actually rode back on, and they survived. So
Yes,
yay,
yes.
survival.
3 Americans and 1 Russian should have been back 2 months ago, but their homecoming was stalled. But yeah, so they made it back thanks to SpaceX.
Yes, the heroes
next-
of the space industry.
Yes, and next we go to Mars. And one more, just a nice little courtesy note here. I saw this one. We've talked about Procreate a lot in the past. Is probably the
This is
premier.
a family show, Nate.
Yes, Procreate, the premier artistry, painting,
Oh.
drawing, creating app
I see.
on iPad.
Yes, yes.
But Adobe, to compete, has made their Fresco, a very similar app. You no longer have to have an Adobe subscription. Adobe famously has their subscriptions and makes you sign in or at least have an account to access their apps. But Fresco, they've made a lot of things available in there, and they're trying to compete with Procreate. If you already paid the one-time $12.99 purchase for Procreate, you'll probably want to keep using that. But if you didn't want to pay that and didn't want to pay an Adobe subscription, now you can use Adobe Fresco for free on the iPad.
This is just evidence that competition is good for consumers, because if
Yes.
there's a monopoly like Adobe that just controls everything, then you're going to pay. But if they have competition, then they kind of loosen
Yes.
their grip a little bit. So this is nice. Will I download Adobe Fresco? No, I will not, because I already have Procreate.
Do I possibly already have it on my? It does say
You probably
iPad, iPhone, and Windows PCs. I probably already have it on my phone because there'll be things like, oh, I have an Adobe subscription. I should download every Adobe app. And that's how you get past 500 apps on your phone,
Yep.
folks.
You just say download all.
Download all. And that's our takes of the week. So let's move on to our bonus odd take. This is an interesting one, as always, that I found via kotkey.org, and it's a show called Kasso, and it says it's a bonkers Japanese skateboarding show. So if you're a fan of American Ninja Warrior or the original Ninja Warrior, which I believe started in Japan,
Yeah.
you will want to check out Kasso, which is similar to American Ninja Warrior, only they're on skateboards.
Huh.
And I was watching some of this, and it's pretty wild. They do these wild obstacle courses, and I love watching skateboarding, and it's pretty fun. They're competing for 1,000,000 yen if you win, but there's water and there's wipeouts. Kind of reminds you of Wipeout as well, the TV show with the big red balls. But yeah, and it gets more and more. They have a YouTube channel, and they have 2 episodes on there. I don't know if that's all that's aired
That's pretty
so
cool.
far, but yeah, fun little one of those random things. It's like, why didn't I think of that?
Because you didn't have money to produce a program.
Yes, well, that's true, and I'm not in Japan. Last I checked. Well, I can't even. Oh, I'm going to do it without the foam.
Uh-oh.
Because I might not be in Japan, but I do have Picks of the Week.
And I don't think the echo worked, so unfortunately.
Yeah, and this microphone holder is much less impressive without the foam on it.
It looks like a toothbrush with no bristles that you would use for a horse because it's enormous. Well, Nate, I'm going to defer to your pick of the week this week. My pick of the week is more of a lesson, which is one laptop is none laptop. Because I could not get program to work. And so if you have a second computer, you should have it set up and charged, ready to go.
Yes,
because tonight,
if you're going live on the internet.
Yeah, I couldn't get my main computer to work correctly until 10 minutes after the show started. We're supposed to start. Yes. So I don't have a proper pick of the week for you. Yes. The latest purchase I made was this foam deal for my microphone.
Yeah,
but
hey,
I mean,
no, that's a great tip.
It's a very
and ironically, I didn't have my foam tip on mine, but you have one as a pick of the week. So yeah, if you have, what is that? Is that the snowball you're using?
It's for the Yeti Neo. And like I said, I didn't put it in the show notes because I didn't have time. But I will find it. Yeah, it's the pop filter, and it's very specific to this particular microphone. So no one wants to buy this unless they have this exact mic or something that's the exact same size. But I was just saying this is the latest thing that I purchased. So I'll put it in the notes if you're interested. It costs just a few bucks. It's
pop filters are good. I've got one on my Shure mic here.
They're like perfect to have for them. Plosives.
Yes, which I am famous for.
Famous.
Okay. Well, my pick of the week, Dave.
Yeah.
I think this is a first. I'm actually going to give you a choice.
Oh.
2 of our favorite companies I have new products from. Would you rather have me do a newer pick or a SmallRig pick?
Well, Nathan, I am team SmallRig, and so I implore you to do the SmallRig.
Okay. Well, in the past, I have picked a little history lesson. One of these things, it's a selfie stick with a little phone holder. It's got the little shutter remote there, and it turns into a tripod. This invention, just buying a normal selfie stick these days doesn't make sense. This one, super wobbly. It gets about that long. Well, I came across, and it was actually on TikTok Shop. You see all those, if you go on TikTok, like every other video is somebody trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
I have got and I'm going to pull up the model number for you. It is the ST20, and this one is a very nice, very well built. Come from SmallRig. It's got the phone holder. It's got rotation all over the place. It's got the little shutter thing there. But this one goes beyond my screen. It's got
Wow.
another at least 6 to 12 inches over my old one. Now this one was like $10. If you just need something simple, you can get that. But I'm going to put the bases together. Oh no, we got 2 feet on the other one.
Wow.
I must have scooted back.
Why didn't you get the ST25 Pro?
Oh geez, I did, that one wasn't on TikTok Shop. And pro tip, if you are on TikTok and you see the TikTok Shop stuff, you can sometimes get little promos or free shipping or good deals. They have pretty good prices on stuff on there. But yeah, it's got a very sturdy phone holder. There's even a cold shoe mount up there. Very nice little thing. So this will be my go-to in the future. And if you want to go to the wide angle, we've got a special guest.
Oh. It's an octolotl.
Axolotl.
An octolotl. How do you say it?
AXOLTL. Axolotl.
Axolotl.
There he is.
And I mean, do they swim in the ocean? What is their environment?
I don't know, are they ocean or are they just more in like rivers and stuff? I think it's similar to a salamander.
They live in like this like lake in Mexico.
In Mexico, they are, yes, primarily in Mexico.
Interesting.
You pulled the green screen. You broke the aquarium. Push that down.
That's interesting because the voice of the axolotl sounded very English. I was expecting Spanish
Yes.
if they're from Mexico.
You need to learn some more Spanish, Isla, so you can speak Spanish like an axolotl. So that is her Halloween costume. I don't think
That's
Chelsea's
excellent.
going to make it up in her narwhal costume. I should have let her know as well. But
I kind of want
Yeah.
to see it. Maybe snap a pic later.
Yes, we'll post it on the socials.
Well, I'm sure
but,
I'll see it on Thursday when you guys
yes.
are out and about.
Oh, and the baby axolotl in the pocket. She
Nice.
has a lot of axolotl gear.
I love it. That's a great
Yes.
costume.
Well, thank you for coming by to visit.
Yeah.
And she just
She
whipped
was
me with
so-
her axolotl tail.
Yikes.
She's out of here, she says. Okay, so back to this. So now, Dave, you said the S25. Am I going to have to buy another one?
Well, I will send you the link real quick if you want, or here I'll
Yeah.
just show you on the screen. This is the SmallRig ST25 Pro 4731, and it looks like it's a MagSafe version.
Oh,
So you got ripped off,
Well,
my friend.
stay tuned. So it's a MagSafe with grips.
It
on the
says
side, or
magnetic.
Oh.
Oh, what have I done? Here we go.
Well, maybe stick around for a future pick of the week and you might see something MagSafe related.
Maybe.
You chose wrong, my friend. But yeah, I think I got this thing for like $15.
Oh, well, this one's
on
double that
TikTok
price, so
Shop.
you probably
Yeah.
did okay.
Yes.
So-
yes. So
Why do you need so many selfie sticks? You
uh,
have one phone.
yes.
Well, you
Well,
have
I
two-
do have two phones.
phones.
I used to have 3 phones. You have my broken one.
Yeah.
I have 2 phones.
I try every day to get that thing working and to no
Yes.
avail.
There's different selfie sticks for different use cases. Like the old
Really?
one I had easily fit in my pocket, super small, super compact. Then you have ones like this bad boy
Oh,
that is like 62 inches. You'll see these a lot on
you
TikTok
could
Shop
fish
right
for
now.
a shark with that thing.
Exactly. Fish for myself with that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just different options. Then there's like this one that doesn't have the tripod feature, but goes even longer than the other ones.
Where are you going that you...
I have a problem, Dave. I have a problem. And
Yeah.
I am planning, let me know in the comments after you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
Oh, yeah, don't forget.
If you want to see me get out all tripodic devices that I have and start reviewing them one by one.
Yeah, maybe you
Not
should
the
make a
try
video.
thing that we talked about on the Mark and Todd cast, but yes, I have a lot of them. Oh, and we've got some other chats. And Alex Mercer joining us in the chat. Is this live? Yes, it is. We go live every Tuesday night, and Wes is in the chat. Yes. Oh, he already answered. Alex, TikTok is the new QVC. It is. And Hey Grandma says, Nate is a selfie stick hoarder. If
Yeah.
you only knew how true that was.
I'm trying to think what's worse, your your hat collection or your selfie stick collection, because which takes up more room? Your hats, probably.
My hats, my complete tripod collection. No, still the hats. Now, t-shirts,
Oh, you have.
t-shirts and hats compete with each other. Koozies, those are all pretty much in, well, 2 plastic bins. I would say hats are my most space-consuming collection.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
yes. Well, if you would like either of those picks, you can go to notpicks.com. We've got a bunch of our previous picks, hundreds of previous picks there that you can click through. Amazon affiliate link on most of those, so you can help support the show. Oh, I should probably take the Prime Big Deals Day banner off the website there since that's over. We've got Temu affiliate. Remember Temu, eBay, Backblaze, Amazon, those products that we have picked of the week. That Rabbit R1, go get yours now.
I saw some people talking about it online, and let's just say no one's a fan. Someone said I could buy a brand new one for $210 or something, and some guy says, well, they're $199 on the website, but I wouldn't pay more than $20 for one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have one mainly as a toy, but
Yes.
yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Nope. No comments from me with my selfie sticks. But we do have a Ramazon purchase of the week, and I do think this was a purchase by our dear friend down under, Elliot.
Oh, yeah?
He let us know he bought some stuff. Now, I don't think we get an affiliate fee because we aren't set up in Australia. But the link is the Bialetti Mocha Express iconic stovetop espresso maker, makes real Italian coffee, mocha pot, 12 cups, 22 ounce, 670 milliliters, aluminum, silver. It has 4.6 stars on 20,100 reviews.
I'm sorry, but it's aluminium.
Aluminium.
There's an I in there.
Yes, yes.
yes.
So thank you, Elliot. Even though I'm not sure if we get affiliate fee from Australia, you still used our link because you are a fan of the show and we are a fan of you. So
He's a scholar and a dude.
yes, he is.
So how to mocha? You split the 2 chambers. Oh, it's a little smaller than I thought it might be from the photo.
Yeah.
Fill it with some water.
Just 22 ounces.
Yeah. Or 650 milliliters?
670.
Could they be any larger of a difference between the 2 different sizes? Like
Yes.
one's 22 and one's, like...
Well, you could say 0.67 liters.
Yeah, I suppose that's a little closer.
This is an intriguing video.
Yeah,
oh,
so
there
it's
you
just
go.
a percolating type
Yeah.
deal. Is this how they do Turkish coffee, I wonder?
I would have no idea, but I
Interesting.
believe he'll probably use it for some camping.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to get featured in the Ramazon Pick of the Week, just keep purchasing through those Not Picks links.
Yeah.
And we will see if we can get you on there. I am getting more and more of them. They're starting to add up, so we have a long list, but we love it when you support us through those links. It gives us dollars per month of
Yes.
support. So especially if you're going to buy something big like a MacBook or a car or a house. Isn't there a $60,000 house that you can buy on Amazon?
Actually, yeah, 16,000, I think. Did you say 16?
Okay.
I saw one of these on Walmart the other night. It's kind of like this thing. It's kind of a shipping container that folds out and whatever. It's kind of like Lego or flippity, like a transformer.
Yeah.
So if you have a piece of property and you just want to put a shelter on there, it's kind of a neat option. So
yeah.
anyway, yeah, buy one of those. You wouldn't believe it costs us tens of dollars a month to keep this channel going.
Yeah.
So any little bit helps. Any little
Yes. Yes. Oh, I just looked for house kits on Amazon and I found a double-story container house, 5-room prefab tiny home to live in for adults. Mini foldable mobile home modular guest home kit costs $38,990.
There you go.
Here's the best part of it. $69.99 delivery fee. You're spending $39,000. That has to be the largest discrepancy ever. $39,000 for a home, $70 delivery fee.
I think I found it here. Is this it? Is that the one?
Not quite.
Those
Not
kids are
quite.
giant.
Yes. Yeah, here, I'll send you the link real quick. Boom.
That would require me having messages open. But yeah, I'll open it here real quick. That is astounding. So what do you think? Maybe we should buy some property with all of our not nerd money. And
yes. Hey, Grandma said not picks equals retirement account.
Totally.
Yes. Retirement property.
Look at this guy. $39,000. Now that's a lot bigger than the one that I saw. That
for
is
39 grand, if you've got a piece of property, I'm going to find a piece of property. That is amazing.
The thing is, though, you have to put the pad down. You have to do plumbing.
Yes.
You have to do electrical. If you're in the country, you probably have to dig a septic system, a well for running water, like the whole deal.
Probably also made out of balsa wood.
Yeah.
It does say in the name, it says with water and electricity terrace. I think those
Who does a vertical video like this? Come on. What are you? Why? I digress. Oh.
Yeah, full bathroom, full shower.
Or did they put that in later, I wonder?
I see outlets all over the place.
Man, that's better than my house, my current house. I could tear this thing down and buy 2 of those and put them on the same place.
It comes with a 15-year warranty, too. Oh my! Or is it supposed to last for 15 years and then it falls apart?
Oh, the double-story one is $42,000.
Oh
no, wait! Double-story house plus 1 container, or the double-story container house. Man, I'm confused. Either way, I think we stumbled onto something here.
Yeah, if we could get each one of our listeners to buy one of those through a Not Picks link, we will get like $20 or something.
Yeah, we could afford. I tell you what, if you buy one of those, we will pay for shipping.
Yeah, we will pay the shipping on that. Buy it through our link. We will refund you the $69.99, and we will come do a live show from your container house, as long as you have Starlink internet there.
And not to keep piling on, 1 free Not Nerd sticker that you can put on your house.
Yes, one only. Well, with that, thank you to everybody that joined us in the live and joined in on the chat. You can always find it later on your podcast app or on YouTube or elsewhere. We do it all so you can get out there and tech better.
Hang on, I'm getting a call. Yes? Is this how do you run this thing?